Hey everybody, welcome back to the Miser's Guide to Evony. In this real estate video, we're going to be looking at not one account, but a couple accounts. This is a combo deal. So what's included in here, from what I'm told, is a K39, which is what we're going to look at first, and a K40, which is the main. And we're not going to look at the rest, but there are also 6 alts that are K35 or less, and it also comes with an alliance with 70 spaces. So there's quite a lot to take in. But let's first browse around this K39, see what we can notice about it, and then we're going to go on to the main. So, I mean, if they have a K39 and a K40 and a ton of alts, I mean, oh, that's going to look pretty good, I'm guessing. Okay, we're going to start by looking at the troops for this K39. Go over here to the rally spot. Let's see. All right, we have the 14s around 2 million, the 13s around the same, and pretty decent layers. 575 million total troops, which means that at the bottom, I'm guessing that there's, yeah, 450 million or so T1 calves and stuff. So it's set up in that way as well. We can go and take a look. Okay, we got VIP 16, 4.2 billion power. You can see it's a Keep 39. Let's take a look at tech power, monarch gear, that sort of thing. I'm gonna blur some of this out, but I will be able to tell you. Okay, technology power 60, so that's pretty good. That is pretty decent. I mean, the really high-end ones are around 100, but 60 means that the academy is probably complete, and a lot of the military academy, which is at 4, there's probably a lot that has been done as well. Let's take a look at monarch gear. 9s, some 8s, so it's looking pretty solid. Okay, let's take a look at subs. Remember that this is the alt. Well, I mean, this is the second main. I don't know if you call a K39 an alt, but it's a second main. All right, so we've got the subs are not the greatest, but yeah, this isn't the main. So we've got a lot of blue Russias. We've got a purple. Oh, the purple is the main city, so you can just change it to whatever you want. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's set up in the right way. I mean, you don't see useless subs. Blue Russia, Blue Japan, I mean, there's nothing wrong with those. Okay, let's move on and look at, let's go take a look at the research. It was 60 million, I believe. So I'm going to assume that all that's done. We can just take a look here. Scroll down. Yeah, I mean, this stuff is all going to be done, except, you know, the ones that are not that important. All the important stuff is going to be done. Oh, there's a little bit of work to do here. A little bit of work, and a little bit of work here as well with these two. So if it's not complete, then I want to check these. Okay. Yeah, there is work to be done here. So it looks like a lot of the tech power comes from the military academy and not from here. So there will be a little bit of work to do. We want to get those in-cities done. There's some more down here. Build this down. In-city attack, we need that. We need super in-city attack. So there's a little bit to do in the academy, and you know, gold is always the factor, right? So 3.3 billion, yeah, I mean, you can get it done. You can push that and get that done for sure with 3.3 billion. Okay, let's look at the military academy now. Ground troop formation. Not all of these had to be done. Like, that didn't need to get done. So there's some excess ones that probably could have shifted to get some other things done, like work a little further down. It's a common thing that you know, people just want to get as much done as they can, but really tactic scrolls and gold is in a short supply, so you probably want to push the harder and more effective ones like that, right? Without those other ones, you could probably have pushed a little bit more, but it is looking pretty good. There's still work to do, of course. I mean, military academy is a pain in the butt to complete, but there is quite a bit done. The mounted is a bit behind. Ranged, let's see, ranged is the furthest ahead from what I can tell. And siege is a little bit behind as well. So range is definitely furthest along. The ground is doing pretty well. And the mountain and siege need work. But this is the second main. So we're going to take a look at the main in a little bit. What do we want to see too? Let's check out the Civ gear, dragons. I don't want to spend too much time on one account because, I mean, we all want to get to the other one. So let's take a quick look at the dragons. All right, we've got a level 12 demon here. Talents are 40-40. And here the Fafnir hasn't been worked on quite as much. Decent refines. Let's take a look at the dragons over here. So we got level 12 Norway Ridge. We've got the Dragon of Thebes. Is that 12 as well? Probably not any of the other ones. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at Civ gear. And treasure as well. Treasures are level 1. And the Civ equipment, I'm guessing that the main is going to have a lot more, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pieces of Civ gear, pretty decent, especially for an alt. What else do we want to see here? Generals. All right. What are they favorited? No. But we can tell that Electra is built up to be an archer general, 6.6 million power. Take a look at some of the refines. Oh, those are decent. They could be a little bit higher considering that they're Civ gear, but they're not bad at all. That one's looking pretty decent. Okay. And that is the main archer. Hannibal. I don't know if that's the one that's being used. Could be. Looks like it is. Okay, here's the mounted general. That one looks pretty good. So there's work to do on the mounted general. And the specialty needs to be worked on as well. Elise, let's see how your ground has turned out. 5.8, so it looks like a little bit lower, but the refines are a little more solid than the mounted. Pretty good refines. And you got Ulysses S. Grant for siege. Okay. That is looking really nice. Pretty decent. HP and attack are the most important, so it's a good start, but definitely some work to do on refining there. Okay, remember this is not the main one, even though it looks like it could be a main one. It is not the main one. Last thing I'll look over here is blazons. So go to any of the, where are you? Okay, blazons. All right, so we've got some basic setup for range and siege, but the other ones have not been set up. How many do we have? A lot. It just hasn't been worked on. Yeah, see, there's 442. So you could do quite a bit of work too. You're not going to get up to level 10s with that, but you can definitely get higher and build that up for sure. Okay, I'm going to pause here and I'm going to jump into the other account so we can check that out. All right, so we are just loading in here to the K40 main account, which is 6.3 billion power. So it is K40. We're going to see it. It should definitely be more developed than the K39. I mean, just by building level, you can tell that there's a bit more that has been done. You got Military Academy 4. We'll take a look at the buildings because this is the main. Triumphal Arch is at 2. Victory column at 1. Okay, I got bumped out of that account for a second, but let's continue. And yeah, all the tiles are 30s. I want to see the rally spot. 39, so you're going to want to bump that up to 40. It's probably freshly 40. I mean, those buildings cost so much. I mean, let's look at the rally spot. That's nowhere near the keep, but yeah, you need 20 billion of each resource, and it looks like they're able to probably get it done. I don't know where they're at in terms of wood, but let's see. Oh, that's probably what's holding the back. Just missing wood, but you got 54 billion stone, 73 billion ore. I mean, food is rarely a problem. Everybody has tons and tons of boxes of food. Looks like food might be a little bit behind here too. I want to check the inventory here. I want to see how close they are to getting that done, because that rally spot should get done next. What am I doing here? Let's go look at stuff in here. Okay, lots of boss chests. Okay, so not quite there in terms of the food and wood, but I mean, you don't have to worry about these two, so you can just gather or otherwise to get the other two resources, and you'll get there pretty quick. All right, let's take a look at this one in a little more detail. So we'll start off with the easy stuff. Let's look at Monarch Gear. Monarch Gear is 9s. Yeah, I'm not too surprised there. Let's take a look at Technology Power. 77.5, so it's about almost 18 million more power. I wanna see how they dealt with that technology. Let's go to the Academy. Research. All right, so in this one, the military advance had not been complete. I'm guessing it is here. Yeah, it's finished. Subordinate city was not complete. This one is almost. All the important things look like they are done except for the very last one. So that's good. So you really only have this one to worry about. So get these up to 10 and then get those done. I mean, that should be one of the priorities. Military tab, yeah, that one's going to be complete. Okay, so research there has a little bit of work, but it's doing pretty good. Military Academy. Let's take a look at the research here. So if I remember, ranged was the focus on the other main alt. I don't know what to call that. Other main, just other main. So it's about at the same place. Yeah, about at the same place as the Keep 39. Let's check the other ones. Okay, the ground. Ground is pretty advanced. Yeah, it goes pretty far down. There's a little more to do. Mounted. Mounted was the weakest on the Keep 39, and it's the weakest here too. It's not got a lot of focus on this one. I mean, even though it's a mounted tree, like it impacts a lot. So you do want to make sure you're focusing on all the trees. But yeah, I get it. Like a lot of people use range, so they'll go full down ranged above anything else because you know that you're guaranteed range stats on these. So yeah, that makes sense. How about siege? Where are you at here? About halfway down. Slightly more than the Keep 39. But yeah, it's only 18 million tech power higher than the Keep 39. So there's still some work to do there too, but the military academy just takes so much out of you. All right, let's look at some more easy stuff. Let's look at, oh, the wonder is Wonder 3, so we're going to have some additional dragons. That is a big difference over the other one, the Keep 39, which did not have Wonder 3. We've got level 2 Civ treasures, Civ gear. We had 11 on the alt account. So let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 11. So we're already matching the Keep 39. 3 more. So that's 14, 16, 18 pieces of civ gear. So altogether, that is 39. Is that right? 29? 29. 29 pieces of civ gear across the two accounts, 18 here and 11 on the other. Let's take a look at generals. Going to focus on the military first, and unlike the other one, I'll look through more of the generals so you can see, because this is the main. We've got Electra at 2 red stars, fully specialized. Same general that they were using on the other one, and 7.1 million power. Decent. Pretty good. That one needs a little work. Yeah. The defensive stat ones, the HP here and the defense, those ones need work, or you could just replace them with civ gear and get higher rolls, and that would be great. That's not too bad. Okay. Decent archer general for sure. Looks like they're using Scipio for the main ground. It was Elise on the alt, Scipio here. Both are fantastic. This is really nice. This Ares sword is really well built. Some of these need to be replaced. Yeah, there's refining to do for sure. Or replacing some of the pieces. But 6.5 million power is not bad. Napoleon. Okay. It's a good start. There's definitely work to do here too. But refining is a pain. Slightly better than the siege on the K39. But the specialties are a lot more advanced. So far, the only ascended one I've seen is Electra. We've got Minamoto here, who has... Okay, it's kind of like a second archer. Not much else in the military tab that we need to look at, I don't think. We've got Dewey as the assistant. Who's the wall general? I didn't see the wall general yet. Yeah, where is the wall general? Okay, Trajan, okay. Or Trajan, as people like to correct me. Trajan as the wall general. I'd probably replace the Trajan. He's not bad, but there are easily obtainable other choices. I mean, even going with the Dewey, but he has 1 starred. There's nothing wrong with him, as he's a easy one to ascend. So it's not a bad choice if you're not a huge spender. Yeah, because I mean the ascension thing is a big deal. But I don't know. It really depends. But yeah, I mean you could definitely leave it like that. I mean he's a great general, and you can ascend him easily. So that is a decent choice. And then having Dewey on the back gives you access to a couple extra skills and some rounding out for siege and archer, and then you have really strong ground as the defense. Yeah, that works. Okay, Martinez over here. What is your deal? Okay, secondary cavalry general. This one has the dragon, so I wonder if it's used as what are you using for? Boss, maybe? Probably. Guess I should be able to tell from the books. March speed, yeah, bosses. Okay, so like a secondary boss general. Okay. Li Jing is another mounted, so probably weaker bosses. Okay. Let's look at duty officers. I want to see if any of this is done. Let's just see if there are any stars on any of the duty officers. doesn't seem like any of them are ascended. So if you take over this account, one suggestion I'd have is to go through these duty officers and just get like 1 star. 1 star of ascension. Most of them are really easy to get in the tavern or otherwise. Putting 1 ascension star makes a huge difference. So you could definitely do that. Let's take a look at subordinate cities. Okay, we've got a purple as the main. We've got a gold Russia. Blue Japan, blue Japan, blue Japan. Those are all good. All right. Definitely better than the other one. Just having more focus on the blue Japans is nice. And then having that orange Russia is pretty good. All right. What do we do? VIP 17. We've looked at gear. We've looked at generals. We have not looked at dragons. And it is Wonder 3. So we will have a couple other dragons to look at. 13, Celtic Demon. Oh, why am I feeding? Talents. There we go. 40, 40, 14. Okay, and let's look at the Fafnir, who's at 11. 3, 12, and 1. So a little bit of work done on there. This is used as a boss general, but I would still probably... I mean, the March Speed of Monsters isn't going to be as useful as like attack or HP, so I definitely change that out. These are looking nice. Let's go and look at the specialty dragons. Sacred. All right. Level 12 Norway Ridge. 20%. Wow. Nice one. Ground troop attack. Sweet. Talent. 40, 28, 28. Looking good. Got this guy. So this is our wall general. He's on Trajan. Yep. Okay. Mounted HP. Yeah. So I didn't look at troops yet, but I can already tell just from the refining here that they're making a really smart decision on doing flat refines because they're going to have all that low-end tier 1 cavalry, and that's going to make a huge difference. Okay. Okay, 4 and 35. And we should have Nidhogg, who's at... Okay, it's a very recent Wonder 3. Level 5 Nidhogg. Got this equipped on El Cid. Okay. Level 3. Any of these? Nope, nope, nope. All right. So you're equipped on El Cid. Probably just hasn't chosen where to put that yet, and waiting for it to develop a bit. What next? We've looked at research. We have not looked at blazons. We've looked at dragons, gear. Okay. So I'll look at blazons, and then I'll kind of tell you where they place on the server and what server number it is, that sort of thing. So blazons first. Blazons. All right. Ground is... Yeah, this is more developed already, you can tell, than the first account. So we've got nice level 7 here. Marching, ground troop load. Okay. Not 6-piece. Wonder why. Justice, justice. So here's sacrifice. So you might want to play around with the set a little bit. Still haven't fixed that, the switch. All right, ranged. Okay. Same thing. Like, I think it's better, personally, to go for the 6 out of 6. That's an easy 10% buff. And just have different sets, like a defending set and an offensive set, and you can swap, depending on what you're doing. But level 9 is pretty great. Level 11 over here. In rally, range attack, 7.9 and 6%. Cool. Okay, how about mounted? Nothing for mounted setup. And siege has been started. Okay, we did not look at troop count, and I just about forgot that, so let's look at that, troop count, and then we'll look at where they are on the server. Oh, those are some big numbers. 1 billion total troops, 4.6 samurai. So now I kind of understand where the Trajan came from, because you got a really high ground count. Okay. Pretty high 14s. 13s are looking good as well. It's a lot. Okay. And we're gonna see some pretty massive numbers at the bottom. Like these are really good layers, really solid layers. 10 million of tier 5 archers. And then here's where we go boom. 13, 3, 802. Cool. Yeah. I want to take a look at the wall general. I didn't really look at Trajan's gear well enough. I think we just kind of glanced over it. So I want to see if they're so heavy in the lower tiers. I want to kind of see what the setup is. Nice. Good choices. Good choices. Yeah, they're really banking on the low tiers. Interesting. I like it. So you got your ground buffs and stuff, and your ground general as a backup, but the primary defense is those low tier cavalry with the really nice flat refines. Pretty cool. All right, so a lot of this is going to get blurred, but I'm going to go browse around on the rankings and try to find out where they're kind of at, and I'll just talk you through it here. So in terms of Monarch power, they are number 9 on the server. They were 6.3 billion power. The highest is 20 something, like 20 point something. And then you got like another 20, you got a 12. So some pretty high players. All the high players are in the same alliance. So in the top 10, 9 of them are all in the same alliance. So this is going to be a pretty powerful alliance. Pretty active, pretty powerful. Okay. I don't even have to check the ranking for the alliance. I know that they're number 1 on the server just from the top 10. That's all we need. How am I going to get the server number without... I'm just going to have to like blur the whole screen for a minute. Oh, what server are we? We are on server... Okay, it's in the 200s. That's what I can say. It's mid 200s. Somewhere between 230 to 270. Okay, so just to recap here, this person is looking to leave their accounts in the hands of somebody that wants to take over and bring them to wherever the next level is. They have a K39 secondary account, a K40 main account, and they also are going to package 6 alts that are K35 or slightly less, and an alliance with 70 spots. So if you want to make a whole bunch of alts and do whatever you do with those alts, then you can do that as well. If you are interested in messaging this person, you will find the contact details in the description, pinned comment, or I might even put it on the screen here. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the like button and checking out other videos on the Miser's Guide to Evony. I'll see you in the next video.